Chosen one, someone fell in love with you. Age will not stop what God ordained. Listen closely, because this is not a small thing, and you must not ignore it. What I am revealing to you carries weight, and if you brush past it, you may miss something deeply precious that has already been set in motion for your life. Someone has fallen in love with you, and this is not random or accidental. This is something I have allowed, something I have shaped, something that carries purpose beyond what you can currently see. Age will not stand as a barrier to what I have ordained, and human understanding cannot cancel what I have already written. Type Amen to affirm. You have been wondering why certain feelings have shifted around you, why certain connections feel deeper, why someone looks at you with a quiet intensity that you cannot fully explain. This is not confusion. This is alignment. I have been moving hearts, preparing emotions, and softening barriers so that what I planned long ago can now begin to unfold in your present. This love that is forming is not limited by years, by expectations, or by what others may say. What I ordain does not bow to human timelines. Do not dismiss this as imagination, because it is not. You are not being led into something shallow or temporary. This connection carries a deeper thread, something that has been woven with care. You have gone through seasons where you felt unseen, overlooked, or misunderstood, and yet I was using those moments to prepare your heart. I was shaping you so that when this love appears, you would recognize its depth, not just its presence. Take a moment and show your support by liking this video, because what is being revealed here is meant to strengthen your faith and help you receive what is already being prepared for you. There is someone whose heart has been quietly drawn toward you, not because of surface things, but because of something deeper that I placed within you. They see something in you that others missed. They feel something around you that cannot be explained with simple words. This is not about age, and it never was. People measure with numbers, but I measure with purpose, with alignment, with readiness of the soul. Type 1111 if you believe. You may have hesitated because of differences that seem obvious to the human eye. You may have questioned whether something like this could truly be right. But understand this clearly. What I bring together is not controlled by human comfort zones. When I ordain something, I see beyond what you see. I look at the heart, at the journey, at the hidden strength within both of you. I connect what aligns, not what simply appears convenient. This person did not fall in love with you by accident. Their heart was led, gently and steadily. Even when they tried to ignore it, something kept pulling them back toward you. That is because I was guiding that connection. I was allowing their heart to recognize what I already knew. You carry something rare, something that resonates deeply, something that speaks without words. You have been chosen not just for blessings of provision or protection, but also for meaningful connection. I do not place love in your path carelessly. When I allow someone to truly feel for you, it carries intention. This is not about fleeting emotions or temporary excitement. This is about something that has the potential to grow, to deepen, and to bring a sense of peace that you have long desired. Do not let fear speak louder than what I am doing. Fear will try to remind you of what could go wrong, of what others might say, of what seems unusual, but fear does not come from me. I do not plant confusion, I plant clarity. I do not build connections only to watch them fall apart. I guide with purpose, and I sustain what I initiate. There is a reason why this connection feels different. There is a reason why it stays in your thoughts, why it gently returns even when you try to push it away. That is because it is not just a feeling, it is something being revealed step by step. I am allowing it to unfold in a way that builds trust, not pressure. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not missing your moment. Everything that is happening within my timing. Age does not disqualify what I have prepared. Time does not weaken what I have strengthened. What I bring into your life arrives at the right moment, even if it feels unexpected. This person sees your strength even in your quiet moments. They see your kindness even when you think no one notices. They feel your presence in a way that brings them peace. This is not something they planned, and it is not something they can easily walk away from. Their heart has been touched, and that is something only I can do. You are not being led into confusion, you are being led into recognition. Recognition of what has been forming, recognition of what has been prepared, recognition of a connection that carries more than surface meaning. This is not about rushing, and it is not about forcing anything. It is about allowing what I have started to unfold naturally. Stay open, but stay grounded. Do not let doubt close your heart before you fully understand what is happening. I am not asking you to abandon wisdom. I am asking you to trust my guidance. There is a difference between fear and discernment, and I am teaching you how to recognize that difference. What I have ordained will not be stopped by numbers, by opinions, or by hesitation. What I have written carries weight, and it will find its way into your reality. You are stepping into a moment where something meaningful is beginning to take shape, and you must not turn away from it too quickly. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method, now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You have prayed for connection, even if you did not always say it out loud. You have longed to be understood, to be seen for who you truly are. I have heard those quiet desires, and I have not ignored them. What is happening now is part of the answer, unfolding in a way that may surprise you, but will ultimately make sense. You must understand that love does not always arrive in ways that feel predictable. Sometimes it enters through unexpected paths, through people you did not initially consider, through connections that challenge your usual thinking. But that does not make it wrong. In many cases, it is exactly how I work. I move beyond your expectations so that you can experience something deeper than what you would have chosen on your own. Type 1010 if you trust God. This person who has fallen for you has not been able to ignore what they feel. They have tried to understand it, to measure it, to make sense of it in ways that feel safe. But each time they do, they come back to the same truth. There is something about you that they cannot deny. It is not only your appearance or your words, it is your spirit, your presence, the way you carry yourself, even when you do not realize anyone is watching. I placed something inside you that draws the right people closer. It is not something loud or forced. It is something quiet but powerful, something that resonates with those who are meant to recognize it. This is why this connection feels steady rather than chaotic. It is not built on urgency or pressure. It is built on something deeper that grows naturally over time. You may still be thinking about the difference that stands between you and this person. You may be looking at the age gap and wondering how it could possibly work. But listen carefully. I do not create connections based on numbers. I create them based on purpose. I see what each of you carries, and I know how those things can come together in a way that brings growth, support, and understanding. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. There are things this person can offer you that go beyond what you have experienced before, not just in terms of affection, but in terms of stability, patience, and depth. And there are things you bring into their life that they have been missing for a long time. You carry a light that brings warmth into places they thought would always remain cold. You bring a sense of renewal that they did not expect to feel again. Do not let the voice of the world become louder than the voice I am speaking within you. The world will always try to define what is acceptable, what is normal, what should or should not be. But I do not follow those limits. I work beyond them. What I bring together carries meaning that the world may not immediately understand, but that does not make it any less real. You are not stepping into something uncertain without guidance. I am walking with you through this. I am giving you discernment, helping you feel what is right, helping you sense what carries peace. Pay attention to that peace. It is one of the ways I confirm what I am doing. When something is truly aligned with my will, it will not leave you in constant turmoil. It will settle your spirit, even if your mind is still catching up. This person respects you in ways that matter. They do not see you as something temporary or replaceable. They value you. They think about you in moments when you are not even aware of it. They carry you in their thoughts with a sense of care that is genuine. This is not something shallow. This is something that has depth, something that has been growing steadily. You have been through moments where love did not feel safe, where it felt uncertain or unstable. That is why you hesitate now. That is why part of you wants to step back before you even fully understand what is happening. But I am not repeating your past. I am not leading you into the same patterns. I am doing something new. You are allowed to receive something different. You are allowed to experience a connection that feels secure, that feels real, that does not constantly make you question your worth. This is not about losing yourself. It is about finding a connection that complements who you already are. There will be moments where doubt tries to return. It will whisper that this cannot last, that this is too unusual, that something will eventually go wrong. But those thoughts are not coming from me. I do not build something only to tear it down. I do not guide hearts together only to leave them in confusion. What I start, I sustain. You are not being rushed. Everything is unfolding at a pace that allows both of you to understand what is happening. This is important because real connection requires clarity, not pressure. It requires patience, not fear. And I am allowing that patience to shape what is forming between you. This person is also going through their own process. They are learning to trust what they feel. They are learning to move past their own doubts. They are being shaped just as you are. This is why things may feel slow at times, but slow does not mean uncertain. Slow often means strong. What is being built carefully will stand more firmly. You are stepping into a season where you will begin to see more clearly. Things that once felt confusing will start to make sense. Conversations will carry more meaning. Moments will feel more intentional. You will begin to recognize that this is not something you imagined, but something that has been real all along. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. Stay present in this. Do not rush ahead in your mind. Do not create fears about what has not even happened. Let things unfold naturally. Let each step reveal what it is meant to reveal. I am guiding you through this one moment at a time. You are not alone in this process. I am with you in every thought, every feeling, every decision. I see what is ahead, even when you do not. And I am not leading you into something that will harm you. I am leading you into something that has the potential to bring growth, understanding, and a deeper sense of connection than you have known before. Hold on to that truth. What I have ordained is not fragile. It does not break easily. It does not disappear because of doubt or fear. It continues to move forward, even when you are still trying to understand it. This love that is forming is not something to fear. It is something to recognize, something to nurture, something to allow. There are moments ahead where you will feel a deeper connection forming between you and this person. It will not always be loud or obvious. Sometimes it will be in the silence, in the way they listen to you, in the way they remember small details that others overlook. These are the signs that something genuine is taking root. This is not built on surface attraction alone, but on something that reaches deeper into who you are. Type 222 to receive blessings. You have carried a quiet longing for a connection that feels safe, something that does not make you question your value or leave you feeling uncertain about where you stand. I have heard that longing, even in the moments when you did not put it into words. And now, I am allowing something to grow that answers that desire, not in a rushed or overwhelming way, but in a steady and meaningful way. This person sees your worth without you having to prove it. They are not drawn to you for what they can take, but for what they feel when they are around you. Your presence brings them peace, and they do not take that lightly. They recognize that what they feel is rare, and that is why their heart has not turned away, even when they tried to understand it logically. There will be times when you reflect on your journey and realize how much you have changed. The version of you that once accepted less, that once settled for connections that drained you, is no longer the same. I have been strengthening you, teaching you to recognize what is real and what is not. That growth is what allows you to step into something better now. Do not let past disappointments close your heart to what is present. What you experienced before was not the end of your story, it was part of your preparation. It taught you what you needed to learn so that you would not repeat the same patterns. Now you are standing in a place where you can receive something different, something healthier, something aligned with what I have planned. Type 555 to affirm. You may still wonder how everything will come together, how this connection will fully take shape, how the differences that seem visible will fit into the bigger picture. But you do not need to have all the answers right now. Trust is not about knowing every detail. Trust is about believing that I am guiding what you cannot yet see. I am not asking you to ignore wisdom or to move blindly. I am asking you to remain open, to allow what is real to reveal itself without shutting it down out of fear. There is a difference between being cautious and being closed. I am leading you to a place where you can remain grounded while still allowing something meaningful to grow. This person is not in your life by coincidence. They are part of a moment that has been prepared with intention. Their journey and your journey have been moving toward this point, even when neither of you realized it. The timing may seem unexpected, but it is not wrong. It is simply aligned with what I have determined is right. There is a strength in this connection that does not rely on outside approval. It is not something that needs constant validation from others. It stands on what is real between you. That is why it may feel quiet at times, not something that needs to be announced or proven, but something that exists with its own steady presence. You are learning that love is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is gentle, consistent, and deeply rooted. Sometimes it grows in ways that are not immediately visible, but that become stronger with time. This is the kind of love that lasts, the kind that does not fade when challenges appear. You will also begin to notice that this connection brings out a different side of you. You may feel more at ease, more understood, more able to be yourself without hesitation. That is not something to overlook. When you can be yourself fully, without fear of being judged or misunderstood, that is a sign of something real. This person is also being changed through this connection. They are learning to open their heart in ways they may have avoided before. They are learning to trust what they feel, even when it challenges their previous beliefs. This is part of their growth, just as this is part of yours. There will be moments when both of you will need patience. Growth does not happen all at once. Understanding does not appear instantly. But as long as there is honesty, respect, and a willingness to move forward, what is being built will continue to strengthen. I am not leading you into something temporary. I am leading you into something that has the potential to become a meaningful part of your life. But it requires trust, not only in me, but also in what you are beginning to see and feel. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. Do not let outside voices create doubt where there should be clarity. Not everyone will understand what I am doing, and that is not your concern. Your focus should remain on what I am showing you, on the peace that is growing within you, on the steady unfolding of what has been set in motion. You are not being left to figure this out alone. I am guiding you through every step, even when it feels quiet. I am present in the moments of clarity, in the moments of reflection, and even in the moments where you feel unsure. I do not step away when things become complex. I remain with you, leading you forward. As this continues to unfold, you will begin to see that what once seemed unlikely is now becoming natural. What once felt distant is now becoming closer. And what once felt uncertain is now becoming something you can recognize and trust. This is how I work. I bring things together in ways that go beyond expectation, beyond limitation, beyond what seems possible at first glance. And as you continue to walk forward, you will see that what I have ordained is not only real, but also something that carries purpose, something that brings growth, and something that reflects the care I have for your life. There will be moments when you look at this person and realize that they understand parts of you that you never had to explain. This will not come from long speeches or effort. It will come from a deep sense of recognition, like they see something in you that others overlooked. That kind of understanding is not built overnight. It is something I place within a connection when it carries purpose. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You are stepping into a season where emotional clarity will grow stronger within you. Things that once felt confusing will begin to make sense. You will start to understand why certain past connections did not last, why certain doors closed, and why you were guided away from situations that you once wanted to hold on to. I was protecting you, even when it did not feel like protection at the time. Now you are beginning to see the difference between what drains you and what strengthens you. This connection is not here to take from you. It is here to add to your life in a meaningful way. It brings a sense of calm rather than constant tension. It brings a sense of stability rather than uncertainty. These are not small things. These are signs that something is aligned. There will be quiet moments where you feel a sense of gratitude rising within you, even without a clear reason. That is your spirit recognizing what is being given to you. It is not always about grand gestures or dramatic changes. Sometimes it is about the steady presence of something real that you can rely on. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. This person is not perfect, and neither are you. But perfection is not what I build connections on. I build them on growth, on understanding, on the ability to support one another through both strength and weakness. You will both have moments where you are learning, adjusting, and discovering how to move forward together. That is part of what makes a connection real. Do not expect everything to be effortless. Growth requires intention, but understand the difference between effort and struggle. Effort builds something stronger. Struggle without purpose only drains you. What I am bringing into your life will require effort, but it will not leave you feeling empty. It will leave you feeling fulfilled. There is also a deeper reason why age does not matter in what I have ordained. Age measures time, but I measure readiness. I measure the condition of the heart, the lessons learned, the strength developed through experience. Sometimes two people are aligned not because they are the same age, but because they are at the same place in their understanding and growth. You are being connected with someone whose journey has shaped them in a way that complements yours. They carry lessons that can support you, just as you carry qualities that can uplift them. This is not about imbalance. It is about alignment. It is about two lives coming together in a way that brings mutual growth. There may be moments where others question what they do not understand. They may look at the surface and form opinions based on what they see, but their perspective is limited. They do not see what I see. They do not understand what I have prepared. This is why you must not allow outside voices to define what I am doing in your life. Stay rooted in what you feel within your spirit. That quiet sense of peace, that steady assurance, that feeling that something is right, even if it is unexpected, that is where I speak to you most clearly. I do not always speak through loud signs. I often speak through a calm, knowing that grows stronger over time. You are also learning to trust yourself again. There were times when you doubted your own judgment, when you questioned your ability to recognize what was right for you. But I have been restoring that confidence within you. I have been guiding you through experiences that teach you how to discern, how to feel what is genuine. This connection is part of that restoration. It is showing you that not everything is meant to hurt you. Not everything is meant to confuse you. There are things that are meant to support you, to strengthen you, to bring light into your life in a steady and consistent way. This person values your presence more than you may realize. They appreciate the way you think, the way you express yourself, the way you carry your energy. They are not trying to change you into something else. They are drawn to who you already are. That is something rare, something that should not be overlooked. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind. But this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. You may notice that when you are around them, you feel a sense of ease. You are not constantly trying to prove yourself or hold back parts of who you are. That is because this connection is not built on performance. It is built on authenticity. You are allowed to be real here. As time continues, you will see small confirmations that reinforce what is already being formed. It may be through conversations that align perfectly, through moments that feel meaningful without being planned, through a growing sense of trust that develops naturally. These are the ways I show you that something is real. You are not being asked to rush into anything. You are being guided to observe, to feel, to understand. Let things unfold at a pace that allows clarity to grow. When something is meant for you, it does not need to be forced. It will move forward in a way that feels natural. There is also a healing taking place within you through this connection. Old wounds that made you guarded are beginning to soften. You are starting to realize that not every connection will repeat your past. There are new experiences waiting for you, experiences that reflect growth rather than pain. I am not leading you backward. I am leading you forward into something that reflects who you are becoming, not who you used to be. This is why it feels different. This is why it carries a sense of newness. It is not tied to your past patterns. It is aligned with your present growth. Trust this process, even when it feels unfamiliar. Growth often feels unfamiliar because it takes you out of what you are used to, but unfamiliar does not mean wrong. It often means you are stepping into something new, something better, something that reflects the work I have been doing within you. As you continue to walk in this, you will begin to see more clearly that what I have ordained is not limited by human expectations. It moves beyond what seems logical. It unfolds in ways that reveal my hand in your life. There will be moments when you reflect on how far you have come, and you will realize that you are no longer the same person who once feared being misunderstood or overlooked. I have been strengthening you through every experience, shaping your heart to recognize what carries truth. That is why you are now able to stand in this moment and see things with greater clarity. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You are beginning to understand that love, when it is guided by me, does not come to confuse or weaken you. It comes to build you, to support you, to bring a sense of wholeness that you may not have felt before. This is why this connection feels different. It does not demand that you become someone else. It allows you to be fully who you are. This person is not drawn to a version of you that is hidden or altered. They are drawn to your truth. They see your strength, your kindness, your quiet resilience. They notice the way you carry yourself through difficulties, the way you continue forward even when things are not easy. That is what has touched their heart. There is a sincerity in what they feel that cannot be forced or created artificially. It has grown naturally, without pressure, without manipulation. This is how you will know that it is genuine. It does not rush you, and it does not overwhelm you. It meets you where you are and grows from there. Type 222 to receive blessings. You may still have moments where you pause and question what lies ahead. That is part of being human. But do not let those moments turn into walls that block what I am doing. Doubt can appear, but it does not have to control your decisions. You are learning to move forward even when you do not have every answer. I am guiding you to trust not only what you see, but also what you feel within your spirit. That quiet sense of peace, that steady reassurance that something is right, is not something to ignore. It is one of the ways I confirm what I am building in your life. There will be times when this connection deepens in ways that surprise you. You may find yourself opening up more, sharing parts of your heart that you once kept guarded. And you will notice that this person receives those parts of you with care, not judgment. That is not something small. That is something to value.